Ever watched someone fold under pressure even when every piece on the board seems safe? Or witnessed a player who, like a rock, stays calm, turning chaos into victory when it matters most? That's the paradox of chess under fire. Some collapse. Others clutch. Now, imagine this. Game 6 of the 2021 World Chess Championship in Dubai. The longest game in championship history. Magnus Carlsen battles Ian Nepomniachtchi in a 136-move marathon that stretches nearly 8 hours. Up to that point, Ian had held firm with 5 straight draws. But this game broke the balance. After losing, his composure unraveled. Blunders in games 8, 9, and 11 sealed his fate, and with them, his championship hopes. That's the weight of pressure at the very highest level. One game can change everything. In this episode, we'll uncover how the clock, the nerves, and sheer endurance can bend champions, or make them. Welcome to Chess and Beyond. Pressure isn't just part of the game, it defines the endgame. Want to suggest your favorite books on playing under stress? Drop them in the comments. Your picks might just inspire a future episode. So, when everything's on the line, do you collapse or clutch? Let's dive in. Pressure in chess isn't just about making mistakes. Everyone blunders. But when pressure enters the picture, those mistakes aren't ordinary anymore. They come when everything is on the line, when the whole world is watching. And that's what makes them unforgettable. Take Vasily Ivanchuk, one of the most gifted players of his generation. On his best days, he could beat anyone: Kasparov, Carlsen, Anand, you name it. But when the stakes were highest, nerves often crept in. Fans still talk about his time trouble meltdowns, his sudden oversights, even his tendency to lose control off the board. Ivanchuk showed us that genius alone doesn't guarantee stability under fire. And sometimes the collapses were painfully simple. In the 1994 London Grand Prix Blitz event, he had a forced mate and won against Anand. The move was right there, but under the weight of the clock and nerves, he didn't see it. The win slipped away, and the moment became one of the most famous missed opportunities in modern chess. Even a player of Ivanchuk's brilliance could crumble when pressure pushed hardest. And he's not alone. Chess history is full of sudden collapses. A missed mate in 1. A blunder in a 1 position. Moves that, in any other moment, the player would find easily, but under pressure, their vision narrows, the clock ticks louder, and fear of failure takes over. That's the human side of the game. Anxiety. Overthinking. The weight of expectations pressing down until even the simplest move feels like lifting a mountain. If pressure can break players, it can also forge champions. Take Magnus Carlsen. His reputation isn't just built on calculation, it's built on steel nerves. Magnus has shown the ability to keep calm when everything is at stake, squeezing water from a stone in positions most players would shrug off as drawn. In the 2013 World Championship against Anand, Carlsen won 2 endgames that engines said were nearly equal. No fireworks, no big blunders from his opponent, just relentless pressure, patience, and refusal to crack. Those clutch wins didn't just tilt the match, they announced Carlsen as the new king of chess. The message was clear. Under pressure, Magnus doesn't collapse, he thrives. And he's not alone. Chess has other stories of players rising in must-win games. Think of Garry Kasparov, who in countless matches found his sharpest, most fearless ideas with his back against the wall. Or Anatoly Karpov, who combined icy precision with nerves of iron to grind out wins when a single slip could cost him everything. What defines these clutch performances isn't luck. It's focus under fire. The ability to keep emotions in check, to make practical decisions when the position is messy, and to trust the process even when the stakes couldn't be higher. Where others freeze, clutch players move forward. Where others see chaos, they find clarity. So what actually decides whether a player collapses or clutches? Part of it is personality. Some players are naturally calm, while others struggle to silence the noise in their own minds. Vasily Ivanchuk's career showed us how brilliance could be undermined by nerves. Magnus Carlsen, on the other hand, built his reign on staying ice cold when it mattered most. But personality isn't the whole story. Training and preparation matter. Players who regularly practice under time pressure, blitz, rapid, or even simulating tournament conditions build resilience. They're used to hearing the clock tick louder, used to the pounding heartbeat, used to having to choose between imperfect moves. Experience also plays a role. Veterans who've survived high-stakes battles know what pressure feels like, and that familiarity makes it less paralyzing. Younger players sometimes need to stumble in big moments before they learn how to steady themselves. And here's the key. Collapse versus clutch is not destiny. It's a skill that can be trained. Mental exercises, sports psychology, even just learning to breathe and reset during a game. These are as much a part of a champion's toolkit as openings or tactics. The takeaway? Chess doesn't just test your mind, it tests your nerve. If you want to thrive, you have to practice not just the moves, but the pressure itself. But here's the thing, collapse doesn't have to be permanent. Pressure may break you once, but it can also teach you how to bend without shattering. Take Anand. Back in 1997, he reached the final of the World Championship against Anatoly Karpov. He'd just survived a brutal semifinal tiebreak against Gata Kamsky, and by the time he sat down for the final, he was drained. The result? A collapse. 4 losses in a row. For many, that would have been the end, a mark on the record you never really erase. But Anand didn't stop there. He trained. He rebuilt. He learned how to prepare not just for openings, but for pressure itself. He surrounded himself with a team, sharpened his computer-assisted prep, and above all, he toughened his mindset. Fast forward to 2008. Anand is now defending his title against Vladimir Kramnik, the same man who had dethroned Kasparov. And instead of buckling, Anand struck first. Armed with the sharp semi-Slav, he shocked Kramnik, dominated the match, and kept his crown. From collapse to clutch, from heartbreak to triumph, Anand showed that pressure doesn't have to define you. It can forge you. So maybe that's the lesson. You can train clutch. You can build resilience. Collapse doesn't have to be the final word. And that brings us back to the heart of it. Pressure isn't just part of chess, it is chess. Every move is calculation, yes, but the moment you add the clock, the crowd, the consequences, the game becomes something else. It becomes a test of who you are under fire. Some collapse. Others clutch. But neither fate is fixed. Just like Anand proved, resilience can be trained. Pressure can be managed. The ability to hold your nerve when everything is on the line, that's a skill as real as tactics or openings. So the question now is for you. When the clock is ticking and the board feels heavier with every move, are you the type to collapse or to clutch? Share your story in the comments, and remember, in chess, as in life, pressure doesn't just test you, it shapes you.